everybody for joining for the WikiTree Challenge Wrap-up. This is the first challenge of 2025. We've been having a blast and working on Kathryn Lake Hogan's family tree. So we'll just keep everything kind of vague because we want to save all of this interesting finds and all that fun stuff. We want to save that for the reveal. And just a note about the reveal, it has been changed from Thursday next week to Wednesday, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, but it is on Wednesday, the 22nd, because we got to have Greg there. So Kathryn was so kind to allow us to shift that a day earlier. So look forward to hopefully seeing you guys there. Or if anybody's interested in joining the reveal behind the scenes, actually on live YouTube, just send us a message, send me a message, and we'll get you set up for that.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. So
it's a bit late in the UK for me.
Yeah. All right.
I think it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. All right. So just to briefly share again, the WikiTree Challenge is just when we grow 7 degrees of connections for a special genealogy guest star. And I just want to let everybody know we don't have somebody for February. We think we have somebody lined up for March. So be sure to follow the WikiTree Challenge tag in G2G so that you can get notified of when that information is going to be available for the next challenge. So look forward to that next one. We always have fun. And I just wanted to, Greg already left the call, but just wanted to give him a big thanks for being our team captain for the week. Team captain is really important help to us, challenge coordinators to help us with the handling communication with you all, but also to help kind of behind the scenes with some administration. So if anybody is interested in helping out, just send AON a message or me, and we'll get you set up and see if you'd be interested in helping to be the captain of an upcoming challenge. All right, so let's see where we're at. I awarded the bounty points, so let's check out the score sheet and see where we're at. So we've got Helen is on the call, I believe. Helen, congratulations. We have you down as the MVP. So just wanted to show you guys what those badges look like. Shiny new badges for the year. So here's the team captain badge. Greg has the first one to be assigned that this year. And then the MVP goes to Helen. So congratulations, Helen. Thank you everybody for all their work. And we had 2 members that broke some of the selected brick walls that Celia posted out there for us. And so thank you for doing those. Congratulations to y'all for getting those. And overall, I think this is the most participants we've had for a while. We had 33 people. We did over 3K profile edits and over 1K profiles that were edited. So that's really something else.
I think it's even higher because I think there were a couple people who didn't get
assigned
registered
up,
who participated.
Yeah.
If you look in the profiles tab, there's a couple people showing up with out a yes next to their name
for the participant. Yeah. So you can see here, this, I like looking at this. I love all the little views that Alesh gives us on these pages. It's kind of fun. This is like the detailed breakdown of what was done. So yeah, it looks like we have Hughes did some work, Tabor, Low. So that's cool. So thank you to those that didn't sign up but still participated and increased the CC7. So let's see here. Okay, and then this page is always fun to see the distances and how much was changed. So just want to see, it looks like we have a couple. Tommy dropped 3 degrees. Hillary, looks like you dropped 2 degrees. Anne, looks like you dropped 2. That's fun. Amanda, this is awesome. Everybody on the call. Everybody's on the call that had the distances changed. That's great. And Amanda also 2. And S. Stevenson dropped 1. Oh, and it looks like our biggest change was Fairly Tonnery, dropped 6. That's amazing.
Are these people who are related to me as?
Some may be through relatives, others.
Well, those are connections. The ones who are related, you can see the common ancestor.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to drop that because a lot of those connections are much farther back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Anonymous Wimble went down too. Yeah. So if there's a link right here, connection, that's not through marriage, but this one, I mean, that's not through a relation. This one, common ancestor, those would be related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really fun. I love this page. And it's basically, I think everybody who's ever taken part in a challenge will show up on here if they're under a certain amount of degrees away from you. So it's kind of,
it resets every year, but yeah.
Yeah. So
once you're signed up, you can see it all year round.
Yeah. And so you can get to it from up here on top of the score sheet.
Okay, that's fine. That's new to me.
Yeah. And then just want to show that the suggestions page is going to still be out there. If you guys want to still kind of help clean those up, that's great. And then also just want to make a note to check back next week to make sure that any profiles you did create don't have any suggestions on them. And so this is I don't know if you guys can see this down here. This is what you would look for. So created equal to creator underscore and then your profile ID. And I just have Helen in here as an example. So whatever your profile ID is, what you'd put in there. And then profile list equals the WikiTree challenge and then the date of the start of the challenge there. So I'm going to add that to the space page so you guys have that. But just kind of a note there. Of course, you can always check the text search on the help page for WikiTree Plus. Just kind of gives you an idea how you can double check those. And then let's see what else. Where are we at here? Okay. Oh, the other thing, just a little bit of housekeeping for y'all. If you added the WikiTree Challenge maintenance categories, please be sure to remove them if they aren't already. Maybe if somebody needs profiles created, you can add the profiles needs created maintenance category for Ontario, for instance, instead of the WikiTree Challenge one. So just kind of take a moment and look at that. I was just going to check the space page here. Right here at the top is how you would get to those maintenance categories. And yeah, it looks like we just have a few in there. The most is the one for needs profiles created. So if you get a chance, if you recognize any of these names from putting it on there, it'd really help a lot if you could remove it or switch it out for location 1 instead. That'd be a big help to me. So does anybody want to talk about anything without sharing sharing anything we want to share during the reveal, or do they want to see anything or congratulate?
Can I ask Kathryn about Enos, however you pronounce it, George? Has she ever got to the bottom of his? Ancestry?
No. We always, well, because my grandfather immigrated in 1923 from Wales to Canada. We always pronounced his surname as George. He
Uh,
didn't speak Welsh. His parents spoke Welsh. He understood Welsh, but he was um he was in the era where they taught English in the schools in
hmm.
Wales, and so he did not learn the Welsh Gaelic, and so we have the English pronunciation of his name.
All right. Yeah, a bit like my father. I just wondered because there's a lot of Georges around, and I thought I'd found him, but I haven't. But I think I might have found who he's connected to event, but it requires more digging.
All right.
And it's perfect. We have the connect-a-thon this weekend.
Yeah.
So hopefully people maybe be interested in just keeping adding more profiles. It'd be great if we could get the 2K badge for you, Kathryn.
Ooh, yes, considering what I started, what, 741 or something,
Yeah.
a small, smallish number. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Oh, yes. And Amanda says, could we leave those profiles in the needs profiles categories until after the thon? Yes, definitely. If you'd like to leave those in there till after the marathon this weekend, that's fine. She sounds like she has a couple profiles still to be adding. That's wonderful. We love it.
Perfect. All right.
Did your Jonathan George ever talk about his brother?
Jonathan George is my second great grandfather.
Right, so he would you didn't know him as such.
Who felt that?
No, my grandfather, which was Joseph Brinley George, he was born in 1894. So he was like, I had my mom's parents were my old grandparents, and my dad's parents were my young grandparents. So no, seriously, because when my mom was born, my grandfather was 53 and my grandmother was 43.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, right. So so the George line, so for my grandfather, Joseph Brinley George, he was born in 1894, 19th
Right.
century,
Yeah.
right? So yeah. So now mind you, those my maternal grandparents like kept like everything. So I have a lot of like photographs and the family stories that go with that side of the family. And like when he got, for instance, when he got laid off from Pembrokeshire Dock in 1919 and he got his pink slip, I have the actual pink slip
Wow,
from
that's really
1919.
something else.
And it's actually pink, which is why it's called a pink slip, because it was actually pink.
Wow.
But he kept it, and so that was passed down to me, so I have it. So that's that's kind of the fun thing. Like they kept a lot of cool things like that. My younger grandparents on my lake side of the family, I was very blessed that my grandmother, who married into the lake side of the family, she lived to be 96, and she was sharp as a tack. And I got all of a lot of the family stories from her about the lake side of the family, and then also her side of the family too, the Rickmans and the Irwins and the Gardners.
How's everybody doing? Are they planning on joining in the connect-a-thon, and are you going to be working on adding some more to these lines, or?
I might add a few more to the ones that I've done which aren't connected as such as yet. But
Okay.
I'm sure there's a connection there. It's just finding it.
Yeah, I've got I've got to go through the ones I put on and just make sure there's nothing that needs adding to any of those. Otherwise, I was planning on putting a lot of my stuff on because I uploaded some stuff due to demonstrating the GED compare on the new members thing, and so
Nice.
I'm going to be adding some of those, and this was a new line for me, found through DNA. And then I've got some more things to add through other DNA things as well. So that's my main thing is updating all the things I've discovered since I've had a lot of DNA matches. So
That's exciting.
yeah, plus
Yeah,
helping
That's what
out
I'm
the
doing
newbie.
too.
you might have to check your DNA matches after a bit and see, because that might be the solution to your George problem.
Okay.
Might be the DNA matches.
That would be fun because I don't have a lot of DNA matches. Or I previously didn't have many DNA matches on the George side of the family. But that would be fun. I will I think it was Celia. Okay, and I'm trying not to look at things, but you know, when I do log into WikiTree,
Yeah.
you know, I get my feed, like my feed's right in front of my face,
I
right? When I
know.
log in. So you know, I did see lots of new surnames and I did not investigate them. But I did see, I think it was Celia who added in my great grandfather Herbert Lake as the father for Frank Sidney Lake Crawford. And she said, you know, something about DNA. And I then deleted Herbert Lake as the father of Frank Sidney Lake Crawford because he is not the father of Frank. And we now, just within the last year, was able to confirm that with DNA.
Oh, that's cool. I'd mark him that way because marking uncertain is fine.
Yeah.
Marking people as uncertain when you haven't quite proven it, and the fact that he was his birth registration included Lake, which is what they usually do if it's the unmarried dad timing thing. So I figured he was a good.
Do you want to hear the story? Do you want to hear the
uncertain.
story about that? Because I know the story about that.
Would you go? Sorry, dog.
So Fanny is the spicy ancestor in my family tree. Okay. She had 13 children, 11 of whom were with Herbert Lake. The first two children, her older children, we don't know who the biological father is. And what happened to Fanny was when she was 12 years old, her mother, Sarah, died of phthisis, which is tuberculosis. And she started, we can surmise that she started running the streets of Boston, Lincolnshire at a young age. And then at about 17 years old, she comes home and she's pregnant with Dorothy. Okay, now in 19th century Victorian England, you're bringing shame on the family. Not good. So I think that they kind of tolerated that. And then she comes home a second time pregnant with Frank. And her father kicked her out of the house. She got sent to the Boston Union workhouse. And that's where he was born. He was born in the workhouse. And somehow during that time frame, Fanny met Herbert Lake. And that's why the Lake surname is on Frank's birth registration, but he is not a Lake. And my grandmother, who married into the Lake family, when we asked her about it, she said, no, he is not a Lake. No, didn't look like a Lake, didn't act like a Lake, was much nicer. And so when I connected with a descendant of Frank, who goes by Crawford, that's the Crawford line. You know, we didn't know for a long time if we were full cousins or half cousins. He finally took the Y-DNA test, and my brother had taken a Y-DNA test, and they do not match. So now we know for certain that Frank Sidney Lake Crawford is not a Lake. He is a Crawford, and we don't know what his Y-DNA is. It's a mystery. We don't know. And also with the older sister, Dorothy, we will never know because she died at the age of 20 and had no descendants.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, you know, what we do know about Fanny comes from her oldest surviving daughter, who, when I inquired about things about her mother, said, and I quote, Mom always did fancy the men.
All right. Well, I guess we can't really say too much more because we don't
know.
want to share. It's okay.
I wanted to jump on the call just to thank everybody for all the hard work, and
we love having you.
Excited. I'm very excited about next week. And like I said, I can see little bits and pieces. I haven't been combing through all the chats and everything. I mean, I'm gonna have a log to read after this to see what everybody was doing. But I'm really excited to see what is revealed next week. So thank you for all buttoning up and not.
Well, we loved having you on the call. We love it. We loved doing the challenge for you. It was a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for participating and all the hard work you guys did. Looking forward to chatting with y'all next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the reveal. All right. We'll see you all around the tree. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.